A huge problem is the loudest people truly just don't know what they're talking about. Like, I'm in a position of where I've been through a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I've been through a lot. I had a company, I had a moving business that I was making six figures. I'm talking about I was bringing in money. I had up to six workers at one point. I had two box trucks, and some weeks, I ain't gonna lie, I was bringing in 10,000 in just a week, which of course you got your payroll that might be another 35 hundred or 4,000, other bills, insurance, and things of that nature. So I wasn't pocketing $10,000, not even close, but I seen it come through. And like, I have conversations on a daily, and that's just one avenue. I had a commercial property when I was in college. You know what I mean? I used to throw parties out of. I used to charge people at the door and all that. I bought a house, which I had three people living in at one time. I was collecting rent. So I don't speak, when I speak, I don't speak from a sense of, oh, I think, or I don't like truly speak loud because I want to be right. No, I've done it. I've done it. And a lot of people, if you out there, you haven't done it. And so I get into arguments, I get into debates with people a lot of times that I sit back like, what have you done? Like, what have you done? Like, this happens a lot. I'm in a barbershop. I remember I'm in a barbershop before, and this guy is trying to lecture me on leveraging credit and why he should have him getting $100,000 credit line is going to be the reason why he can be successful because he has enough money to do this and that. And listen, I'm open to advice. I'm open to maybe looking at things from another point of view, but I also know that if you just speaking on stuff that you never even done or tried, I'm only going to hear you for so much. Like I said, I got an open mind. But when we start going down a path of I've done it and I did it and I learned this and this is what I got out of it, to somebody who hasn't, what are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? And some people's intentions are good. I'm not going to say most people's intentions aren't good, but also there's a sense of, if I'm in a room with somebody and I know people that are truly successful, I'm talking about has 600 employees, close to $1 billion. Like, I know people like that. And I have conversations with them. I sit down with them. I take meetings with them. And I'm not in there speaking over them. I'm not in there trying to tell them what I think what's going to work. Like, what sense does that make? Certain people are over certain people. And so whenever you get an opportunity to truly understand and try to gauge that, not saying that I'm this big rich guy, but like I said, I've been through stuff. I made money. You know what I mean? I know stuff. So it's a different conversation. And social media got y'all fooled. Social media has a lot of people fooled and it's bringing you down. All that glitter, shine, vacations, have your own business. Oh, I need to work for myself. Why work for the white man and all this other bull crap? It's all bull crap. And when you truly want to talk about what's keeping people behind and keeping people down low, it's that. It's exactly that. You keep comparing yourself to people, and so you don't want to have to take the long route. You don't want to have to wait 5 years, 10 years down the line to really see true success. You want to get it next week. You want to be the biggest streamer, which is cool. It's cool to have goals and dreams, but also we got to look at reality. From a young age, I knew I wasn't going to the NBA. And I'm better than probably 99% of people watching this video at basketball. But I was smart enough to understand I am only 5'7". You know what I mean? Like, there's only so far I can go. I might be able to play overseas and do damage there and make good money, but 11th grade, I'm like, bro, it's not no. I'm a businessman. I like business. So I decided to switch avenues. I made a smart decision. I looked, seeing exactly like, you got a better chance of getting struck by lightning twice than making it to the NBA. I'm one ankle injury away from getting hurt. So you gotta weigh that. I'm not I deal in reality. I don't deal in fantasy. And many of you deal in fantasy. So I'm telling you that if you truly want to be successful and make it and do things and actually make a change in your environment, in your family, in your community, Start weighing the pros and cons. Start weighing the realistic to fantasy. Start weighing the dreams to reality. Because if you don't do that, and if you keep chasing these fairy tale dreams, you're going to land in a bad spot, and you're going to be on TikTok complaining about how you're broke and how the world's so hard. The world's only hard because you don't have no game plan. You don't have no goals set in mind. And what else are you expecting? And so I need my people who's watching this video, who clicked on this video, to first get real obtainable goals. Get a goal for the end of the year. Get a goal for 3 years from now. Get a goal for 5 years from now, and stick to it. And don't let nobody sway you off of that. Don't let nobody sway you off of that. I don't care what comes up, what situation pops up. And I ain't gonna lie, during this journey of you upgrading and getting better, you're going to have to drop some people along the way. Because the reason why you're in a bad space to begin with is because you're around people that have no type of motivation or desires whatsoever. If you're a right-hand man, been doing the same thing for 3 years and in the same spot and is cool with it, it might be time to tell him, listen, man, I still love you. I'll be there for you. But my boy, don't be calling me on no bullshit. Like, I got something that I got going on right now. And many people don't want to hear that. Many people are scared to do that. But if you cool with being regular, being normal, being not where you want to be, then that's fine. But like I said, the main point of this video is stop taking advice from the wrong people. Stop listening to the wrong people and focus on yourself. And I suggest that we got to start looking at things from accumulating wealth and letting things compound over time. Start looking at stuff from a long-term investment strategy, because that's when real results get made. Stop looking at the cryptocurrency to try to make $100 into $1 million in 2 years. That's not going to help you. That's not going to give you fundamentals. That's not going to give you the fundamentals to truly obtain wealth, but also sustain it. Many people don't want to talk about that. All you athletes, all your rappers, all your entertainers can make the bag. They can be rich for 5 years, but they can't sustain it because they never learned the true principles of how to actually grow it and maintain it. Let me, for example, for me, I'm looking at it from a 10-year play. So guess what I'm funding in those 10 years? I'm funding my 401k, which I'm putting over $10,000 a year into it. So in 10 years, that's $100,000 in my 401k. And we all know that compounds over time. So that 100,000 probably in 10 years might be 150,000, might be close to 180,000. That's one avenue, and that's 10% of my money. Now we're talking about, all right, let's say I buy some real estate. Me personally, I'm gonna fund a lot of my money into real estate into where I'm trying to get my house paid off. I'm not with that leveraging this, leveraging that. I'm young. I got time. I'm gonna do a snowball theory. I'm gonna buy a house, let's say for 150,000. The next 5 years, I'm gonna work on paying off that house completely. So in 5 years, I got a house paid off that might be generating, let's say, $2,000 a month. Now I got an avenue that's making me $24,000 a year. On top of, I already have equity of 150,000 plus into a house. So now I got 150,000 in the tuck. Could I always take money out of the home? Yes. I could take a HELOC out where I take the equity out and all this other stuff, buy this and pay it back and let my renter pay it back. But me personally, I ain't on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that $2,000 rent. I'm going to buy another property. Now snowball that $2,000 a month into the rent of the next property, and then keep aggressively paying off that house. So now I got a little $24,000 a year bump to pay off the next house. And guess what? When I pay off that second house, now I got $4,000 with 2 houses coming in a month. And I'm going to take $4,000 a month and put that on the third house. You feel me? You see how this compounds? So now I got $48,000 a year going into the third house, which is going to take me probably double the time faster to pay off the third house. In no time, I'm sitting with 8 houses that I'm gonna be able to pay off the 9th house in a year. And so, but that's the long game. That's the 10-year play. And so, meanwhile, while you're putting $100, $500 into crypto, waiting for that to blossom, I got $100,000 in 10 years in just a 401k account. I got money in my Roth IRA. I got a lot of my money going to real estate. I also got stocks, ETFs, and things of that nature. You seeing how when you do things strategically and you do it over time, things truly happen. And so when I do get to the bag and when I do get all this money coming in 10 years, that's just snowballing. I don't even got to do it. And I'm going to break it down to y'all. And I'm giving y'all some information that's real and that's true. And that a lot of people don't truly understand because they don't truly know. Everything I'm telling you, I do. I do this. Like, it's not something that I don't do. I do this. So what people talk about having multiple streams of income, because people get this confused all the time. They're like, oh, the average millionaire has 8 streams of income, 6 streams of income. People contribute that with having like 6 jobs, like having a clothing company and you have a main job and you have a YouTube. That's not where the 6 streams come from. A stream is a 401k, which you don't got to put no time into. A stream could be a Roth IRA, which you can just fund money into. You don't got to put no time into. A stream could be you have a financial advisor that might be funding, having your single investment account to where they just buying stocks and things of that nature that you're having no effort into. Like, time is the most valuable essence, especially for rich people. So when they talk about streams of income, they're not talking about things that you physically have to do work on. And that's what I mean, where ignorance is the thing that is like popular now, because when you hear this, they're like, oh, and now everybody want to tell you, oh, I have multiple streams of income, but they can't really break down what the streams of incomes are. And so, yes, it's time for people that's truly, and I ain't gonna lie, successful people and rich people, they're not getting on here preaching and doing those things and telling you exactly what you got to do to get there, because this type of information and access is hard. You're never going to hear certain things like this. You're going to hear, especially the Grant Cardones and the Robert Kiyosaki's tell you that use other people's money to leverage and to build this and build that. Man, listen to me. Credit cards is at an all-time high. It's in the trillions. Americans are in trillions of dollars worth of debt. That means these people are using other people's money to just get into more debt and to get more interest put on, just to get into collections, to get into a rat race where you can never get out of. Let's be real. Can we be real? Most people are buying these credit cards and maxing these things out, and now they got to pay a 20% charge on a $10,000 credit card. Now they owe $2,000 a month on interest rates, and they're not going to be able to sustain $2,000 a month just to pay the minimum balance off. So now what do you got to do? You're like, shit, I ain't paying $2,000 a month off toward a credit card. Now you go on collections. Now you got somebody ringing your phone call up every day trying to collect this money from you, telling you they're going to take you to the court. Now you ducking phone calls. I've been through this. Now you're ducking phone calls. Now you're like, oh man, let me call a tax guy up. Not a tax guy. Let me call a credit guy up who's going to take this off my credit report. And so I'm going to try to finesse it to where it's going to be off my credit report, so I never got to pay it back. And all I got to do is wait 7 years to get it off my credit thing. That's broke talk, and that's how you stay broke. That's what I'm saying. This is people that don't know nothing about money, and this is people that try to persuade this narrative that they do know money. Oh yeah, all you got to do is take it off your credit report, and it's not gonna mess with your credit and all this stuff. Credit don't matter. And I know I'm on a almost 14-minute rant here, but I'm being honest with you, and I'm giving you game that you're never gonna get. I'm giving you game that you're never gonna get, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. To really start the process, to really do a detox of all the bad mistakes you're making when it comes to money, I'm going to tell y'all to slow down, stop trying to make it now, pay off everybody you owe. I just paid off my car. I got a $7,500 car. I paid it off. I just paid off my debt collection. So I was in debt too. $5,500. Paid it off. I put up $12,000 to pay off my debt. So I'm telling you something that I'm actually doing. And so now my next thing that I'm going to conquer is my college debt, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm never going to pay it off. I'm going to pay the minimum balance. And I'm going to tell y'all that if you're paying your minimum balance towards your college debt and it's anything over $20,000, you're going to be paying on that for at least 20 years minimum. So if y'all ready to take on that burden of seeing that on your credit report, how much you owe to your college debt, If y'all are ready to, when you're putting $200 a month minimum on your college debt, to only be putting $100 a month toward your actual principal, and you're paying $100 toward interest, so you're paying $1,200 a year toward interest. If you're fine with that, then okay. But I'm not, and I'm telling you, if you're trying to get out of this financial burden, knock it off. Pay that college loan stuff off. If you gotta maybe not buy the shoes, not buy the nice car, not finance the nice car yet, and just to get in a situation where you erase all the debt, then do that. Because whenever you clear out all your debt, whenever you clear out all the things that's costing you interest and things of that nature, that's money coming out your own pocket. And you don't want to be in that type of situation. So clear all the debt out that's costing you more money, that's costing you interest, and keeping you behind, because that's what they want to do. They want to put you in situations where you stay behind. And like I said, knock it off. But like I said, I'm done with this rant. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this video. And I'm going to be talking to y'all a little bit more just on some personal one-on-one type of thing. And we're going to go from there. Hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. And that's definitely will be a reward. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video, man. For my people out there, stop listening to these ignorant people. Stop listening to the loudest bums that don't know nothing about nothing. Figure it out on your own, and also take your time and be smart, man. But till next time, I'm going to holler at y'all.